I've just come to this new angle for the camera, because from the other point of view you can see the emitter. So I'm just going to generate a new camera here. So remember, control and click, and that will generate a camera from this point of view. So we've got our cam 2 there. So I'm just going to delete the other camera. Maybe I'll give this a better name. Let's call it render cam, for example. Okay, again, make sure that this is not turned on, otherwise when you move around it will follow you. And just double check that our render cam is the camera. There we go. See, so there we got camera 1, so we need to go ahead and make sure render cam is what we'll be using. Also, I want to take a look at our lights. So let's take a snapshot of that. That's our old camera angle. Snapshots, I'm not sure if we've discussed them before, but it's just a picture of it's just saving your render as you're working through. It's a good way of comparing lights and shaders and camera angles, as you go through. So let's hit render again, and we should see the new angle, the new point of view. There we go. Good. I just kind of wanted to get rid of this bit in the corner there. And let's see, we can take a look at rotating the light. Okay, so you have access to the transform of this HDR. So translating it isn't going to do anything really, but we can rotate it, which can have a bit of an effect. So I'm going to try, let me take another snapshot before I change that. There we go, so we've got the old camera angle, new camera angle, and then I'm just going to drop in these rotations. Okay, so we got some contrast, nice highlights along the top. Great, another snapshots of that. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the milk shader. So I'm going to jump into my matte, and milk I have, or the fluid, sorry, on the right. It's going to be milk, right? Yeah, we'll leave the name fluid, that's fine. And let's jump inside here, and let's see what we want to do with this. So obviously, milk is kind of semi-transparent. So we're going to be using subsurface to achieve that. So if we come down here, put subsurface up to 1, you can see it kind of glow straight away. Okay. Let's also drop the roughness. So, milk is we need to get these highlights, kind of nice sharp highlights. Maybe drop the index of refraction as well. You can find these values on the internet typically. If you just go ahead and you can just type IOR values, or you can just type into Google, milk IOR, and you can normally just find the actual value that you need. Cool. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. You can start to see the light passing through from behind with milk. Let's play around with this subsurface a bit. So, where are we? Yeah. So, the color. So most of our color will be coming from this now instead of the base. Okay. I'll put this up to 1, but I don't think it will really have an effect. Yeah, most of the color will be coming from here now. So I'm just going to drop this down a little bit, so we don't have a pure white. Hopefully that we can see a difference. Great. And the radius and the scale are related to the depth. Okay, how far into the milk or the material you go before the light starts to scatter. Right? SSS stands for subsurface scattering, so that's light passing into the material and then bouncing around. So it's really good for things like fruit or milk or like jelly, things like that, which have that weird kind of glow, you know? So they're not emitting light, but the light is scattering and then coming back out. So the radius here is quite high. I'm going to drop that down to half. So remember, this is middle click I'm doing here. And then you can quickly find your values. I want 0.5 is what I want. Okay, so there you can see it's pretty much like a plastic. Here we're getting more of a milky kind of thing. And then drop the scale is just like a multiplier on this. I'm going to drop it down even further. There we go. Cool. So it's kind of, you know, with this up to 1, I'll take a snapshot of this. It's almost like a, I don't know, milk mixed with water or something. There's too much light passing through. I'll take a snapshot of that. There, it doesn't matter, it hasn't finished, we get the idea. And then drop this down to 0.1. And now you can see, you can kind of highlight some parts which are not highlights, but identify the thickness of the mesh. You can see we get more light passing through here. Along the rim is showing us the rim as well. Okay, take a snapshot of that. So there you can see where really it's nice to be able to see your work with these snapshots, go through them and see how you are progressing.